4x4 anymore. What? Points in the race walk.
Is a team that has outscored opponents 77-65. They really hang their hat on their defense. They limit opponents to 41% field goal shooting, and they get 43% success. They also out-rebound teams 41-32. A typical Dakota Wesleyan team, very tough-minded. They convert 6.5 three-pointers per game and allow 6 three-pointers per contest. They're forcing 17 turnovers per game. They're allowing 13. Emma Yost leads the team with 15.1 points per game. Shalane Nagel, her high school teammate at Wagner High School, averages 9.8 points per game. Then you've got Riley Rosenquist at 9.2 points per game. Morgan Edelman, 9.1. Talia Hayes also at 9.1 points per game. For the Dordt Defender women, they are 21-1 in the conference, 27-2 overall. Their 2 losses are to South Dakota State University and Northwestern 1 week ago today. Dordt's outscoring teams 84-62, limiting teams to 37% field goal shooting while converting 47%. They also out-rebound teams 45-33, and they force 17 turnovers per game, and they allow 14. The Defenders will be without the services of Gracie Schoenhoven today. She got banged up on Wednesday night in the win over Doane. She is not in uniform today. That means the Defenders will rely more heavily on Carly Gustafson, 11.7 points per game. Bailey Beckman, 12.1 points per contest. Janie Schoenhoven, 10.3 points per game. Macy Sievers, 11.7 points, 6.5 assists, 5.9 rebounds. Janie Schoenhoven and Carly Gustafson, by the way, 8.6 and 7.2 rebounds per game, respectively. Faith Van Holland and Macy Nielsen are at 5.7 and 3.8 points per game. So the Defenders, from where they started the year, now down 2 players right now today in terms of 2 out of their top 10, as lost Hayden Hymanson to an injury back in early February. Gracie Schoenhoven not playing today. We're hopeful that she is able to return at some point, sooner rather than later. But in the meantime, the Defenders continue to move and shape their lineup just a little bit. You're going to see, we've seen Willow Bleeker play a few more minutes for the Defenders. Would not be surprised to see either Brooke Smith or Taylor Drent get a few minutes here this afternoon as well. These 2 teams have met twice this season. Dordt won the January 17 meeting here in Sioux Center, and my assistant, sports information assistant, Josh Tatton, earlier this week, he said, yeah, you can't really take much away from that, and I would agree with it. 89-46, that's an aberration. Dordt led it 52-29 at halftime. Macy Sievers, 19 points. Gracie Schoenhoven, 17. Carly Gustafson with 11 for Dakota Wesleyan. Emma Yost, 14. Anna Campbell, 10. And Isabel Enan, was lost to an injury for Dakota Wesleyan. She ended with 9 points. These two teams played at the Corn Palace back in late February, February 21 in fact. What is that? A week and a half ago, Bailey Beckman led the way for the defenders with 17 points. Jeannie Schoenhoven and Gracie Schoenhoven had 15 points apiece. Macy Sievers tossed in 14 for the defenders as Dordt won it 85-75, led by double digits at halftime and held on as Dakota Wesleyan put together a bit of a charge late in the game. Riley Rosenquist put up 26 points for Dakota Wesleyan. She was able to get to the free throw line and convert. Morgan Edelman had 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. These two teams also met 1 year ago, February 25, 2023, in the GPAC semifinals. It went to overtime. Dordt had to stage a late rally at the end of regulation to get it to OT, and they ended up winning that one by a final of 75-74. Carly Gustafson, 16 points and 9 rebounds in that win. Morgan Edelman had 16 points and 4 rebounds. Maddie Reiner, 15 points. Dordt beat Doan in the quarterfinals Wednesday night, 85-75. Macy Sievers, 18 points in it. Bailey Beckman had 17. Dordt led 38-26 at halftime. Dakota Wesleyan was in control from the start. They beat Northwestern 80-68 in the quarterfinal round on Wednesday night. Wesleyan shot a season best 56% from the field. Riley Rosenquist, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Emma Yost, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Morgan Edelman, 13 points and 5 rebounds for Dakota Wesleyan. That's the Wireless World pregame show. Back with our starting lineups right after this 2-minute timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. Here are your starting lineups for today's contest. First of all, for the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers, they will start number 14, Morgan Edelman, a 5'7" junior from Menno, South Dakota, averaging 9.1 points per game. Maya Wilson wears number 20. She's a 5'4" senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 2.8 points per contest. Emma Yost, the leading scorer for Dakota Wesleyan, is a 5'11" freshman from Wagner, South Dakota, averaging 15.1 points per game. Number 32 is Riley Rosenquist, a 5'7" sophomore from Dakota Dunes. She is averaging 9.2 points per game. The Dakota Dunes, located in South Dakota. And number 34 is Shalane Nagel, a 6-foot freshman from Springfield, South Dakota, averaging 9.8 points per game. She and Yost were high school teammates at Wagner High School. Off of the bench, Talia Hayes is a 5'7" sophomore from Sioux Falls, averaging 9.1 points per game. And Anna Campbell is a 5'11" senior from Leeds, South Dakota, averaging 4.1 points per game. For the Dordt defenders, it'll be number 10, Macy Sievers, a 5'8 sophomore from Storm Lake, Iowa, averaging 11.7 points per game. Number 13 is Bailey Backman, a 5'5 senior from Panora, Iowa, averaging 12.1 points per game. Carly Gustafson wears number 30. She is a 6-foot graduate student from Ethan, South Dakota, averaging 11.7 points per game. Number 32 is Faith Van Holland, a 5'7 senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 5.7 points per outing. And Janie Schoenhoven wears number 35. She is a 5'10 junior from Hospers, Iowa, averaging 10.3 points per game. Off of the bench, Willow Bleeker is a 5'9 freshman from Sioux Center, averaging 1.8 points per contest. Macy Nielsen is a 5'5 senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 3.8 points per game. Eliana Caparis is a 5'10 junior from Manhattan, Montana, averaging 3.2 points per game. Liv Harrison is a 5'7 freshman from Lake Crystal, Minnesota, averaging 3.4 points per game. And Taylor Drent, she is a 6-foot sophomore from Sioux City, Iowa. She averages 2.7 points per game. If the defenders get that into that rotation where they will use her, that is probably the 10th player for the defenders, she or Brooke Smith. Just about set for basketball. That was the Wireless World pregame show. We're set for basketball, and the opening tap is controlled by Dakota Wesleyan, and the Tigers will bring it up. They pass it left side over to Wilson. Wilson with it out front. Dordt in man-to-man defense to begin. Handoff pass comes back over to Edelman. Edelman with it on the wing. They throw it down into the post. Spinning is Yost, bodied up by Gustafson. Driving in, shot is up, no good. Rebound rebound gathered in by Rosenquist. Throws it back to the perimeter, and it's tipped away. So Dakota Wesleyan with the basketball, and Coach Jason Christensen on the sideline looking for a foul call on that first play. Rosenquist very adept at getting to the foul line. She shot 99 of them this season. Ball poked away. Pass comes back out front. 3 on the way. Off of the mark, no good. Rebound taken away by Bailey Backman. Here come the defenders in transition. Backman right side, Van Hollen. Van Hollen back to Backman. Backman steps into the drive. Nothing there. Throw comes back out front to Schoenhoven. Janie gets it back over to Backman. Backman with the basketball, 15 to shoot. Pass goes high post. Gustafson left side, Backman. Backman thought about the 3 on the wing. Instead, passes off. Out front with the basketball is Backman. Backman driving in, scoops it up with the right hand. Good. Gustafson and Sievers collided on that play. Hopefully Sievers none the worse for wear. 2-0 our score as Beckman gets the shot to go. Pass goes underneath, intended, trying to lead Shalane Nagel, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt basketball. Van Holland will get it into Backman. Backman running point right now. That might be because you might see Sievers playing more minutes today. Left side pass, Beckman. Beckman with it on the wing. The fifth-year player gives it up to Gustafson. Gustafson trying to back her way in, brings the double team, comes back outside to Beckman. Beckman thinks about the 3. They get it back over to Gustafson. Gustafson swish with the left elbow jumper. Good. Carly Gustafson with a 2-point basket, and the Dordt defenders lead it 4-0. Early going of this one. Glad to have you along with me. In the game from Sioux Center, Iowa. Pass goes left side. Sievers gambles for the steal. Instead, they get it back out front. This is Yost. Yost dumps it into the post with a right hand. That's Nagel. Nagel with a 2-point basket. Man, the defender lead is 4-2. Right side pass, Van Holland. Van Holland in traffic. Throws it back out front. Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers looking down low for Gustafson. Instead comes over to Schoenhoven. Janie with it. Janie comes back right side. Sievers underneath to Janie. Janie in traffic, and Janie is fouled on the play. Who's it going to go on? They're going to give that one to Shalane Nagel. That's number 1 on her. Janie will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She is a 74% free throw shooter. Schoenhoven averages right at 2 free throws per game, so this will be her quota. Hopefully she gets a few more than that here today. First free throw on the way for Janie Schoenhoven, up and through. Schoenhoven, a 5'10 junior from Hospers, Iowa. She is closing in on 1,000 career points. Entering play today, 961. There's 963 as she makes them both. Dordt leads 6-2. Dakota Wesleyan basketball with it up front is Rosenquist. Rosenquist gives it up to Wilson. Wilson over the basketball, looking left side, now comes back to the right wing. With the ball is Yost. Yost hit a couple of threes against Northwestern. Shot by Rosenquist off of the mark, no good. Rebound taken away by Janie Schoenhoven. Pass ahead to Gustafson. Gustafson puts it up, and the ball is blocked out of bounds. Last touch by Dakota Wesleyan. And Emma Yost. Yost will get credit for the block shot, but Dordt will have the basketball out of bounds, left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Throwing it in will be Macy Sievers. Sievers looks in, gets it into Schoenhoven. Out front, Gustafson. Another elbow jumper. You bet. 2-point bucket for Carly Gustafson, and the Dordt defenders lead it 8-2. 8-2 our score with the basketball. Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan has it. They pass it over to Campbell. Campbell with it on the right-hand side. They throw it back over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist too strong. Shot no good, but a foul underneath called on Faith Van Holland. And that's going to be number 1 on Van Holland. Now the question for me is, did the foul come on the shot or on the rebound? And our official, John Garrow, a longtime official, says it came on the shot. So free throws on the way for number 42, Anna Campbell. Campbell is a 60% free thrower. So Campbell will step to the charity stripe. Right-handed free throw is up and through. Campbell is a senior from Leeds, South Dakota. Dordt leads 8-3, pending another free throw from Campbell. This one's up, and that one's off the heel. No good. Long rebound, and it's tapped out and controlled by Dakota Wesleyan. Willow Bleeker got a hand on the outlet pass, and Dakota Wesleyan maintains possession of it. Edelman driving in. Edelman with a right hand from the left side. Tough shot. She gets it to go. Edelman has been pretty good recently for Dakota Wesleyan. Pass goes left side over to Willow Bleeker in the corner, and Bleeker steps on the sideline out of bounds. So the defenders, not a great possession defensively, picked up a foul, gave up an offensive rebound, and gave up an eventual putback. So 8-5 the score. Dakota Wesleyan with the basketball and a chance to cut into the lead. With the basketball out front, new player for Dakota Wesleyan. Didn't anticipate seeing Lacey Sprakel. She did not play against Northwestern on Wednesday night. They dump it down to Sprakel. Shot is blocked. Rebound loose. Picked up by Dakota Wesleyan. 10 to shoot. Pass goes left side back over to Sprakel. Sprakel looking underneath. She's going to put up a 15-footer. No good. Rebound deflected out. Picked up by Caparis. Here comes Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. 6:14 and counting. First quarter. Dordt by 3. With it, left side, Sievers. Sievers underneath Janey. Janey kick out back over to Sievers. Sievers looking down low. Wesleyan content to sag on the post if they can. With it is Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven back outside. 10 to shoot for the defenders. Sievers right corner. 8 to shoot now. Sievers directing traffic. Sievers, things breaking down. She spins, puts it up, short, no good, but she is fouled on the play. Foul called on the play, and that's going to be against number 44, Lacey Sprakel. Sprakel whistled for number 1. So Sprakel whistled for the personal foul. That's her first. Macy Sievers will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Well, in a game like this for the defenders, got to cash in at the free throw line. First free throw up and good. Past experience tells me the free throw disparity will be negligible by the time the game is over. So that's a toss-up. You got to you got to cash in when you can. Defenders lead 10-5 as Sievers makes both free throws. Defenders perfect from the charity stripe so far, 4 for 4. Dakota Wesleyan basketball on the right-hand side. With it is Talia Hayes. Hayes passes out front. They toss it down into the post. Rosenquist off-balance shot, no good. Rebound Caparis ahead to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Bailey puts on the Jets. Nothing there. Comes back over to Macy Nielsen. Nielsen on the left-hand side. Comes over to Gustafson. Gustafson, 17-footer. Yes. 2-point bucket for Carly Gustafson, and the Dordt defenders lead 12-5. Gustafson consistently knocking down the mid-range shot in the early going, at least. Dakota Wesleyan with the basketball. This is Yost. Yost with the left hand. Shot no good. Fight for the basketball, and we've got a foul called on the play against, well, they signaled against Dordt initially. Now they're going to signal it, they signaled it initially against Rosenquist. I didn't think that was the right call, and the official corrects it, and they're going to say it's against Gustafson on the rebound. Foul number 2 on the defenders here in the period. Ball deflected by Gustafson. Here's Dordt on the run. Beckman has a player open if she can find her. She's driving in, lays it up with the right hand, draws the foul, and she is pushed into the mat by Talia Hayes. Hayes not giving up anything easily. Nothing malicious there, and Beckman will pick herself up off of the deck, and she'll head to the free throw line. Dordt leading 12-5. Bailey Beckman picks herself up. Janie Schoenhoven back into the game. Caparis and Bleeker check out. That means another player came in. And was it Sievers that came back into the game? Free throw on the way is up and good. So Bailey Beckman with 3 points, and the defender lead is 13-5 pending another free throw. Second free throw on the way for Bailey, up and down. So the Dordt defenders with a 14-5 lead. Dakota Wesleyan with a basketball. Up the floor is Edelman. Edelman passes it right side, Yost. Yost looking for the cutter. They're trying to give it to Rosenquist, and a foul on the play called on Macy Nielsen. Nielsen trying to bother the pass. So Macy Nielsen whistled for the personal, and for the senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, she picks up her first, team foul number 3. Dordt, the game plan from what I understand defensively against Rosenquist, don't allow her the first dribble or two to get going downhill. She catches it on the wing. Dordt trying to jam it up underneath. They pass it back over to Estes. Estes with it, throws it into the corner, Yost. Yost back to Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. Dordt brings the double team. Rosenquist shot no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Here comes Dordt. Macy Sievers with the basketball. Sidesteps a defensive player. Drives in. Dumps it off for Gustafson. Two-pointer good. Carly Gustafson with 8 early points, and the Dordt defenders lead it by 11. 16-5, 4:18 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Dordt with an 11-point lead. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. And brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and the results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online at 712realty.com. Leading you home.
In basketball, down 16-5 after the timeout. The defenders 5 of 6 from the floor thus far. They bring the double team, and now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by Dakota Wesleyan. Pass goes right side, 3 on the way, off the heel, no good. Rebound cleared by Dakota Wesleyan. Back outside it goes to Rosenquist. Rosenquist throws over the top into the corner. Right wing 3, missed it, no good. And the rebound taken away by the defenders. Coming up the floor with it is Sievers. Sievers with the basketball, jammed by Yost. He tries to give it up to Janie Schoenhoven, and it's taken back by Dakota Wesleyan. Blocking foul is going to go against Macy Sievers out near midcourt. With 3:39 left to go in the first period, Dakota Wesleyan down 16-5 with the ball. That was the final foul Dordt had to give in this period. That's 4 fouls against the defenders, and Dakota Wesleyan will inbound the basketball. Next one sends them to the charity stripe with 3:38 remaining. Left side pass, it goes. This is Estes. Estes with it out front. Estes throws it left side over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist guarded there by Van Hollen, trying to get around the corner. She doesn't. Comes back to Nagel. Nagel, runner in the paint. Off the mark, no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Gustafson gets it ahead over to Sievers. Sievers on the right-hand side. Spots up, comes back to Gustafson. Left side, Van Hollen. Van Hollen on the wing. Faith gets it underneath to Gustafson. Gustafson trying to pass it out and got triple team. Tried to give it up to Schoenhoven. Couldn't find her, and the ball got tipped. Here comes Dakota Wesleyan with the basketball. Back inside they go. This is Nagel. Nagel guarded by Van Hollen. Doesn't give her any room. Goes back outside to Yost. Yost with the basketball. Yost gives it up Edelman. Edelman with it. Cross-court pass Rosenquist. Rosenquist puts it on the deck against Schoenhoven. Ball's down on the floor. Kicked out. 2 on the way is up and good. That's a 2-point bucket, I think. Oh, they gave her a 3, so a 3-point basket for Shalane Nagel. And it's back to a 8-point lead for the defenders. 2.5 left to go in the period. Gustafson with the basketball, throws it over the top, Bailey Beckman. Beckman with it on the wing. Beckman looking, comes back out front. Sievers, the answering 3, missed it, too strong right side. Rebound taken away by Rosenquist. Rosenquist will bring it up the floor. She passes over to Edelman. Edelman on the wing. Edelman passes over the top. Nagel. Nagel's shot no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. She gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Gets away from one player. Drops it off for Janey. And an offensive foul called on Macy Sievers on the play. So Macy Sievers gets whistled for a charge. She'll need to check out with 2 personals and 2:02 remaining. Felt like that call came in a little bit late, and I don't know if Macy just got a little bit lackadaisical after making the pass out. Ran into the defensive player. Did not see it. I was following the pass underneath to Janie Schoenhoven, who looked like she was going to get a sure 2. Instead, it goes right side. Now Dakota Wesleyan with a chance to chip away at the lead. Pass comes back out front. Campbell. Campbell with it. Campbell gives it up. Edelman. Edelman shot blocked. A rebound taken away by Caparis. Caparis with the basketball comes outside to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball on the right-hand side. Back to Eliana. Eliana with it. Right side comes back over to Beckman. Beckman drives in. Beckman spins off of the heel. Too strong, no good. Rebound taken away. Tough shot, mid-range shot, and the indecision between driving in, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on Eliana Caparis. Looked like Caparis may have gotten set. The official decides she did not. Maya Wilson will go to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2 free throws. So 2 free throws on the way for Maya Wilson. Wilson is an 81% free throw shooter coming into the contest. So Wilson with a couple of free throws coming. She is a senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 2.8 points per game. Misses the front end. She has another one on the way. Decent-sized crowd on hand in the student section, considering spring break underway officially yesterday. Second free throw up and good, and the Dordt defender lead is 16-9 with 1:20 left to play in the first period. Dort's momentum has been slowed. They pass it underneath Gustafson. Gustafson off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound back, muscles it up in traffic, and she's whacked on the arm. Foul's going to go against Anna Campbell, I believe. So Wesleyan doing a nice job of spreading their fouls around. Now I do want to take a peek at that Macy Sievers play moments ago. I have the benefit of the replay. First free throw on the way for Carly up and through. Carly with 9 first half points. So Dort's going to have to do it without their starting point guard for a little while. She's got 2 personals. Second free throw on the way for Gustafson is good. And the Dordt defenders lead at 18-9 as we approach the 1-minute mark of the period. With the basketball, Wilson throws it out left side. Jumper missed, no good. Rebound taken away by Caparis. Dordt with the basketball. Dordt will take that shot by Dakota Wesleyan almost any time. Left side pass comes to Nielsen. Nielsen with it on the wing. 49 seconds and counting. Comes back out front. Right side it goes. This is Gustafson. Pull-up jumper by Beckman, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Campbell. Campbell outlet pass comes over to Hayes. Hayes with it to Wilson. Wilson with it. Wilson with the ball. 8-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Actually about a 10-second difference. Dakota Wesleyan basketball, 15 to shoot. They pass it to the high post. Underneath, and the 2-point bucket for Sprackle. Sprackle with the 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 18-11. 16 seconds remaining in the quarter. Dordt with possession, and they should get the last shot, and they should get the first possession of the second period. With it out front, Gustafson. Gustafson drives in, and she got fouled on the play. She's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Carly will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. So the defenders, so far, getting to the charity stripe. Carly Gustafson with 10 first quarter points. And 2 free throws coming on the way for the graduate student from Ethan, South Dakota. First free throw is up and through. Another free throw on the way for Gustafson. And she makes it. Dordt's back up by 9, 20-11. So Dakota Wesleyan will have 3.9 seconds to work with, and the length of the floor in front of them. Throwing the ball in will be Dakota Wesleyan's Estes. Estes gets it into the backcourt. 2 seconds left. They won't do much with it, and that's the end of the period. Dordt will have possession to start the second quarter. Dordt leading 20-11. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the second quarter of play right after this.
I went into college undecided. Coming in, it can be very overwhelming and scary. If you don't decide till sophomore year, are you going to be able to get all the classes in? Dordt is super good at making sure that you get in the classes. They'll make time and they'll get them into your schedules. A big piece is being able to trust God, trust His timing and His planning. The process may be difficult, it may be scary, but God has what He wants you to do in store. He has it all planned out.
This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
To it, Jim. Dordt leads at 20-11 after 1 period of play. Dordt led by Carly Gustafson in the first quarter with 12 points. And good to see Carly get on track early on in this one. She entered play today, in case you're curious. 1,855 career points. She is now tied with Erica Feenstra as the career scoring leader at Dordt University. And now, with her next point, she will become the all-time leading scorer in Dordt University women's basketball history. Hopefully a few more games left for her in her graduate student year. Pass comes right side, Schoenhoven. Janey spins into the lane, and she is whacked on the arm. Got held on the play, and that's going to go on Yost, I believe. So Yost whistled for the personal. That's her first. So Yost picks up her first. It is team foul number 1 on Dakota Wesleyan. Macy Sievers to throw the ball in. Remember, she's playing with 2 personals, so we'll see how long she's able to go. Bailey Beckman with the basketball, running point for the defenders in between the circles. She's on the right-hand side. Gives it back over to Janey Schoenhoven. Janey with it. Janey goes left side back to Beckman. Beckman off the glass, and Bailey Beckman. 22-11, Dordt leads by 11. Well, the defenders playing without their leading scorer today, Gracie Schoenhoven, but you've still got a few players that have been through the battles. Beckman and Gustafson have seen a lot, and they can still summon it when they have to, it appears. With a right side Nagel. Nagel with the basketball. They dump it underneath. Kick out pass, Wilson. Wilson, open 3, good. Wilson with the 3, Maya Wilson with 4, and the Dordt lead is 22-14. Back we go the other way. Dakota Wesleyan, very capable opponent, though, today. Even though Dordt has won 2, you know, this one will be a real challenge. Free throw line jumper, Eliana Caparis. Caparis with the 2-point basket. And Caparis, we found out on Wednesday night, she gets it around that range. She doesn't think a whole lot about it. She'll pull the trigger. Had a career best 12 points on Wednesday night in the win over Doane, most of them coming on that jump shot from the free throw line. With the basketball to Riley Rosenquist driving in, and Rosenquist bulldogging it into the lane. And now a steal by Wilson. So a steal by Wilson, and Wesleyan back to within 6, 24-18. So Dordt turns it over. Pass underneath intended for Janey Schoenhoven, taken back by Dakota Wesleyan. So now Wesleyan with a couple of turnovers, looking to capitalize. Edelman with the basketball. Edelman passes it back out front. Right side pass, Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. Dordt will try to jam her on the double team. She drives in, gathers step, shot is good. Riley Rosenquist with a couple of baskets, and just like that, Dakota Wesleyan back to within 4 at 24-20, and Dordt wants a timeout. 7:48 left to play in the half, 24-20, Dordt by 4. Back with more after this timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Suen, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
And brought to you by Huber's Plumbing and Heating. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Orange City will exceed your expectations.
Dakota Wesleyan on a 6-0 run to trim the lead from 10 at 24-14 down to 24-20. Dordt with the basketball after the timeout. Both teams now with 4 timeouts remaining. Carly Gustafson with the basketball, hands it back over to Faith Van Hollen. Van Hollen with it on the left elbow. Van Hollen trying to pass it in, and it's taken away. They tried to force it into Gustafson. Here comes Dakota Wesleyan. Pull-up jumper, Rosenquist. Left it short, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Gives it up right side to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball on the right side. Drops it down low for Gustafson. Brings the double team. Comes back right side, Sievers. Sievers over the top, Van Hollen. Van Hollen to Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball. Bleeker driving in, tries to pass it off, and Schoenhoven was not open on the pick and roll. Bleeker anticipated it. And now Dakota Wesleyan with the basketball. Wesleyan gets the ball on the turnover. Dordt bitten hard by the turnover bug here the last couple of minutes. Wesleyan with it, Rosenquist. Rosenquist throws it into the corner. Three-pointer, corner, no good. Rebound controlled by Wesleyan and Yost. No, taken back by Faith Van Hollen. Van Hollen gives it up to Bleeker. Bleeker at midcourt. Willow tries to pass it off, and the ball is kicked into the backcourt, picked up by Sievers. Now, I thought the Dakota Wesleyan player tapped it. And I thought she could go into the backcourt to get it, but instead Dakota Wesleyan will have it. And Dakota Wesleyan has the basketball, trailing by 4. So the Tigers making a push here. Morgan Edelman with it. Edelman gives it up to Rosenquist. They throw it over the top. Shot underneath, no good. Rebound fought for. It's down on the floor and finally taken away by Gustafson. Dordt needs a basket in a bad way. Sievers up the floor. Sievers stops. Sievers underneath it goes. Great. Janey shot in the paint, good. Janie Schoenhoven with 4 points. Dordt leads 26-20. That stops the run of 6 points in a row by the Tigers. So Dordt on defense. They get it back to Yost. Yost with it. Shot no good, but a late foul called on Carly Gustafson. Gustafson called for foul number 2, and Dort's going to have to navigate foul issues today. They've already got Macy Sievers with 2. You got Carly Gustafson now with 2. And if Coach Bill Harmson follows his normal methodology, free throw on the way is up and no good by Yost. We will see Gustafson again this half, but probably check her out for a moment or two here. Second free throw by Yost is up, rolls around and falls through, so Yost makes 1 of 2. I have that as Emma Yost's first point of the day. Looks like our scorekeeper is in agreement with me. And the Dordt defender lead is 26-21. Dordt struggling with turnovers here in the second period. 9 turnovers for the game, merely a 10th, and it's taken back by Caparis. Comes back right side Nielsen. Nielsen looks off the defensive player, back over to Beckman. Too strong, no good, and the rebound is cleared by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan with the basketball. Wesleyan drive, right hand layup, Nagel could have got the end one. They don't call it, and the defender lead is 3, 26-23. The defenders have led by as many as 11. Wesleyan has cut it down to 3. With the basketball out front, Macy Sievers. Sievers on the left-hand side, looking for Caparis down low. Sievers answering with a 3, too strong, no good. Rebound taken away by Beckman, and she tries to pass it underneath, and the ball is kicked away. She tried to find Caparis underneath. And the defenders will have it with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Throwing the ball in will be Macy Sievers. So Dordt on their last 2 3-pointers, getting a couple of misses. Had people you like shooting them. Sievers, 15 seconds, gets his ball screen from Caparis, and Caparis is fouled on the play by Wilson. Wilson trying to fight through the screen, a little bit too aggressive, gets whistled for the personal foul. And that is going to be foul number 2 on Wilson, so she will check out of the ball game as well. Nielsen to throw the ball in. Macy looking, gets it into Severs. Macy Severs with the basketball. So Macy and Macy together on the floor. Severs driving in with the left hand, missed it, no good, and the rebound taken away by Nagel. Nagel gets it ahead, right side, on the run. This is Hayes. Hayes looking down low, Nagel with it on the perimeter actually. Comes back out front, Edelman. Edelman with the basketball. Dordt jumps out to double team her. She kicks it back out for the tie. Bank shot no good. Rebound taken away on the missed shot by Nagel. Here comes Dordt. Right side Nielsen. Nielsen the trailer, Severs. Severs with the basketball. Gets a ball screen. And an offensive foul called on Janie Schoenhoven in the process. Schoenhoven sets a screen out front. And that'll be foul number 2 on the defenders in this period. 4.5 left to go in the half. Dordt leading, but Dakota Wesleyan has outscored Dordt in this period 12-6. See if the defenders can get back to what they were successful with. Right now they're mixing and matching with the lineup. They've got a couple of people with 2 fouls each. Pass comes into to Yost. Yost misses. Rebound taken away by the defenders. Ahead it comes to Van Hollen. Van Hollen gives it back over to Beckman. Beckman pull up 12, good. Beckman on the left side, she's got 8, and the defenders lead 28-23. Dakota Wesleyan basketball. Tigers have it out front. Edelman with the basketball. Dordt in a zone trying to protect their players. Right side it goes. Trying to get to the half without much more foul trouble. Shot banked, no good. Rebound Caparis. Caparis, 3 players around her. Gets it outletted to Gustafson. Gustafson with the basketball back over to Beckman. 3:40 remaining here in the first half. Looking down low, they lead her just a little bit too far. Here comes Dakota Wesleyan on the run. On the fly is Estes. Estes off the glass, good. Malia Estes with the 2-point basket. Dordt another turnover, 28-25. Gustafson with the basketball, left side Van Hollen. Van Hollen drops it in for Gustafson. Gustafson double teamed. Triple teamed actually. They come back to Caparis. Caparis free throw line jumper, not good. Rebound taken away by Dakota Wesleyan. Tiger basketball down 3. With it on the right-hand side, this is Hayes. Hayes throws it right corner. Yost back to Hayes. Hayes misses everything on the 3, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wesleyan. It'll be Dordt basketball. Estes went airborne like she was going to try to save it in, and then at the last instant pulled back. Schoenhoven is in, Gustafson is out. Dordt for the time being going without Macy Severs. She picked up her second personal, and if they can get to halftime with her not picking up her third and able to take a lead into the locker room, they'll probably take that. Right side pass, Schoenhoven. Janie with it back over to Bleeker. Bleeker out front. Driving in with the left hand and not scared of the moment is Taylor Drent. Drent with a 2-point basket. Dordt leads 30-25. So Drent, the sophomore from Sioux City, we said we might see her today. Pass comes right side, Wesleyan. Wesleyan left corner. Comes back out front, Edelman. Edelman, they work it back over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist back to Edelman. Edelman 3, good. Edelman with the 3, she's got 5, and the Dordt lead is 30-28. With the basketball, Beckman, 2:10 remaining, first half. Beckman driving in, left side pass, it comes, Nielsen, 3 ball, too strong, no good. Rebound cleared by Rosenquist, and now Wesleyan can tie or take the lead with a basket. They trail by 2, Edelman comes back right side. They look. Bleeker nearly tips it away. Rosenquist comes up with it. Rosenquist back out front. Jumper from the top of the key. Air ball on the 17-footer by Estes. Fails to draw iron, and the Dordt defenders get the basketball back 30-28. And now the defenders will bring Macy Severs into the ballgame with 1:47 remaining in the period. Well, the defenders trying to get to the locker room and try to get things figured out again, leading 30-28 right now. They bring it across the timeline with Macy Severs. Severs with it. Wesleyan in a sagging defense. They go high post to Drent. Drent with it, picks up her dribble, drops it inside for Janie. Janie bounce pass back outside, comes back to Severs. Severs left side Nielsen. Nielsen with it, back to Severs, 7 to shoot. Severs will drive in, draws the defense over to Bleeker. Bleeker 3, missed, no good. And the rebound taken away by Drent. Drent in the right place at the right time. Misses the shot, but the rebound cleared by Nielsen. Here's Sievers. 3 on the way. Missed it. No good. And the rebound is cleared by Dakota Wesleyan. Dordt with a chance to regain the lead on the, to build the lead on a busted play. And Dakota Wesleyan has the ball back. Wesleyan with it. They can take the lead with a 3. 55 seconds left to go in the half. Left side pass, it goes to Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. Dordt with fouls to give. Pass comes back outside, and we've got a travel called on Dakota Wesleyan. 45.3 seconds remaining. Bailey Beckman's going to check in. Willow Bleeker will check out. Faith Van Holland will check in. Macy Nielsen will check out. Dordt throwing the ball in. They get it in. Macy Sievers. Sievers will walk it up the floor. 14-second difference, shot clock and game clock. With it right side to Drent. Drent throws it off of a Dakota Wesleyan player out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. The defenders have not been sharp here in the second period. A lot of turnovers. Still managed to get 13 shots off, but have not been efficient. 0 for 6 so far on threes. Trying to change it to Sievers. Corner 3, splash. Macy Sievers with the 3. Now let's see if Dordt can get a stop. They do have a foul to give. You need the right players to commit it, though. Right side it goes. They actually have 2 to give if they want to. Pass comes in at the elbow. Yost misses. Shot no good. Rebound taken away by the defenders. Defenders with the basketball up the floor is Sievers. Sievers driving in, right-hand side, throws it into the corner. Van Hollen back to Drent. Right side, Beckman. 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Wesleyan. Wesleyan's desperation heave is short, and the defenders limp into the locker room, leading 33-28. A 5-point advantage for the defenders at halftime. Got outscored in the second period, 17-13, but still managed the 5-point lead at the break, 33-28. Let's take a 3-minute break on KIHK. We'll take a 1-minute break on the Dordt Media Network, and we'll be back with more. The dance team coming up on the Dordt Media Network when we're back right after this.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Thanks to these Dordt Media Network sponsors, Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether building or replacing, we have the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Ski Bout Window and Door.
Thanks to M&H True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Start right, start here. M&H True Value.
40 up Briar Cliff contest. Concordia leads that one currently 39-30. A recap of the first half. Dordt got out to a 4-0 lead, led 8-2, pushed the lead to as many as 11 at 16-5. And they were up by 9 at 20-11. Dordt scored the first points of the second period to go up 22-11. Dakota, they traded baskets. Dordt led by 10, 24-14. Wesleyan went on a 6-0 run. That was at the point when Dordt really struggled with ball handling, turned the ball over, and they were clinging to a 4-point lead at 24-20. Wesleyan continued to cut the lead down, had it down to 26-23, and eventually had it at 30-28 before a Macy Sievers 3-point basket from the right corner near the end of the first half gave Dordt a 33-28 advantage. The defenders led in scoring unofficially by Carly Gustafson. She has 12 points unofficially, while Dakota Wesleyan is topped by Shalane Nagel with 7 points by my count at the break. We're going to take another 3-minute break, and when we're back, we'll take a look at all the numbers from the first half of action. Dordt versus Dakota Wesleyan, Great Plains Athletic Conference semifinal round play. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Here are the numbers from the first half, and a marked difference from the first quarter to the second quarter. The Dordt defenders as a team right now 11 of 25 from the floor, 1 for 8 on threes, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, all 10 of those free throws coming in the first quarter. Dakota Wesleyan 11 of 35 from the floor, 3 for 10 from the three-point line, 3 of 6 from the free throw line for 31%, 30%, and 50% respectively. Difference in the game right now, Dordt 11 turnovers, Dakota Wesleyan 5. Rebounds, Dordt 22, Dakota Wesleyan 17. The defenders led in scoring by Carly Gustafson with 12 points, Bailey Beckman with 8, 5 for Macy Sievers, 4 for Janie Schoenhoven, 2 each for Eliana Caparis and Taylor Durant. For the Tigers, they are led by Shalane Nagel with 7 points, 6 for Wilson on a 3, a 2, and a free throw. Edelman has 5 points, 4 for Rosenquist, 2 each for Estes and Sprackle, 1 for Campbell, and 1 for Yost for their total of 28 points. Rosenquist with a team-high 6 rebounds. She also has 3 assists. Edelman has 3 rebounds along with Campbell. For the defenders, 4 rebounds each for Sievers and Gustafson, 5 for Eliana Caparis, 2 for Schoenhoven. Janie Schoenhoven also with 3 assists. Sievers and Beckman have 1 assist each. Beckman and Van Holland have 1 steal apiece. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of the other scores from around the league right after this 3-minute timeout.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Beaver Eye Care, serving Sioux Center and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. Come see Dr. Paul Beaver, Dr. Dan Klausing, or Dr. Reese Beaver for all your comprehensive eye care needs. This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust. This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center, your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Zvort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment. And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
Lorenzen on the fly, and Lucas Lorenzen with another 2. He's got 22. Then Gustafson squares up against Neerum. Gustafson underneath to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. She's got 8. 39-30 in women's play. That's the other half of the semifinal bracket. Men's basketball, Concordia leads Hastings by a point, 33-32 at Hastings, Nebraska. That's the number 3 seed on the road at the number 2 seed. And it is Northwestern currently leading Morningside 47-46. That's the 1 seed hosting the 4 seed. All of these teams, the winners, will advance on to GPAC Championship Tuesday night at the site of the highest remaining seed. Dordt Track and Field men's team had a national champion crowned earlier today with the defenders, Peyton Malden, winning the 600 meters. The defenders right now tied for 3rd place in the team race with 30 points. Cumberland's running away with it with 63. William Carey tied with Dordt with 30 points. Midland lurking at 26.5. Marion of Indiana has 24 team points. Also earlier today, Shelby Bawalda earned All-American status on the women's side. Craig Becker in the 1,000 meters for the defenders. Also had an 800-meter All-American. That was Isaac Davilar. And the 4x400 meter relay team will be running shortly. And the 5K will feature senior Peter Shippey. He'll be running this afternoon as well. All that happening in Brookings, South Dakota. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half in 1 minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1981. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner, online at germanfarmers.com. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications.
Basketball to start the
Looking
second
ahead.
half. Trailing by 5 are the Tigers. Dordt with their original starting 5 on the floor. Pass comes right side Yost. Yost guarded there by Gustafson on the three-point line. Pass goes left side Wilson. Wilson 3, good. Maya Wilson with the 3. She's got 7, and the defender lead is 33-31. Faith Van Holland with the basketball. Gustafson comes right side Beckman. Throw it down into the post. Gustafson back over to Beckman. Beckman at the top of the key. Drives in. Pull up from 10. Missed it. No good. And the rebound taken away by Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. 9:15 and counting, third period. Pass right side Wilson. Wilson has been the wild card so far for Dakota Wesleyan. 7 points for her. She came in averaging 2.8 points per game. Rosenquist trying to drive in against Schoenhoven. Ball tipped away from her. And coming up with it is Van Hollen. Van Hollen feeds it off back over to Sievers. Sievers on the right elbow, on the right wing, that is. Sievers looking down low, goes to Gustafson out front. Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven splits the defense, and she's fouled. Shalane Nagel whistled for the personal foul. Janie Schoenhoven to the free throw line to shoot 2. So the defenders leading 33-31. Maya Wilson, the senior from Sioux Falls, a couple of threes. The last one moments ago, getting her team to within 2. Now Schoenhoven answers with a free throw, and another one on the way for Schoenhoven. Second one up by Janie is good as well. 35-31, 6 points for Schoenhoven. Dordt leading by 4. Wesleyan basketball, Rosenquist. Rosenquist gives it off to Wilson. Wilson out front, back to Rosenquist. Rosenquist trying to spin in against Janie. Comes back outside Maya Wilson. Wilson with the basketball. Edelman. Edelman cut off. They throw it underneath to Rosenquist, and Rosenquist is fouled on the play by Carly Gustafson, and Gustafson gets whistled for her third personal, and that one's going to sting a little bit. Looked like it was pretty good up top. I don't know if they say she got her on the arm or if it was with the body. First free throw by Rosenquist, no good. Another one on the way. So a second free throw coming. This one's up and good. So Rosenquist makes 1 of 2. Well, the only thing I can come up with is that they say that she got her on the body. Pass comes left side, right side it goes to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman, right side Gustafson. Gustafson, Dordt with a 3-point lead and the ball right now. Underneath, Gustafson squares up on the baseline. They bring the double team. Shoveling it off, and we've got a foul on the play called on Morgan Edelman as Schoenhoven sealed her off. It's foul number 2 on Wesleyan in this period. So Dordt inbounding, fresh 20 to work with. Pass left side Sievers. Sievers with it on the wing. Sievers underneath Schoenhoven. Out front, Carly. Free throw line jumper off the heel, no good. Loose basketball picked up by Wesleyan. Wesleyan down 3. They've got the ball and a chance to tie it with a 3. Wesleyan ball. Rosenquist spots up her 3, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with the ball. Edelman running some interference out front. Dordt with the basketball. Pass right side Sievers. Sievers with it on the wing. She gets a ball screen, declines it. Now comes back over to Gustafson. Gustafson drives in with a left hand. Missed it, no good. Fight for the basketball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Dordt. It'll be Dakota Wesleyan basketball. Now the referees will confer, and I think it was actually off of a Dakota Wesleyan player. Well, the official that thought he had a better angle on it came in to talk it over, and the official that made the initial call stays with the call, and it will be Wesleyan basketball. We've got players checking in. This is Sprackle. So Dordt on defense. Wesleyan brings it up. Caparis is back in. She'll play for Gustafson, who got saddled with her 3rd foul about 2 minutes ago. Wesleyan basketball, Wilson. Edelman. Edelman 3, good. Edelman with the 3. She's got 8, and we're tied 35 all. With the basketball, this is Sievers. Sievers with it on the right wing, comes over to Beckman. Beckman with it, and Beckman is fouled on the play. Foul's going to go on Maya Wilson. That's number 3 on her. So Maya Wilson will check out of the ball game. Checking in is Estes. Also checking out is Rosenquist, and checking in is Hayes. So Dordt inbounding. They get it into Sievers. Macy with the basketball. And Macy Sievers with it on the left wing. Sievers, left side, double team, throws it out front. Caparis into the corner, Van Holland. Van Holland with it. Van Holland's pass taken back by Beckman. 5 to shoot. Beckman pull up, missed it, no good. Right-hand side, rebound, and it comes out to Edelman. Wesleyan shooting for their first lead of the ball game. Pass comes out front. This is Edelman. Edelman with it. Dordt showing the double team. Now Wesleyan has it back outside, left wing, Edelman. Edelman trying to get around Sievers. 10 to shoot. They throw it into the post. Sprackle jumper, good. Sprackle with the 2. She's got 4, and the defenders trail 37-35. Defenders need an answer. Down 2, 6 minutes remaining, 3rd period. Sievers comes back out front to Bailey Beckman. Beckman to Caparis. Caparis back to Beckman. Beckman on the wing. Dordt has only tried 8 threes so far today. Here's one. Sievers. She splashes it through. Macy Sievers answers with the 3, and the Dordt defenders regain the lead, 38-37. Wesleyan basketball. Wesleyan with it on the right-hand side. Edelman. Edelman back to the top of the key. Wesleyan has converted 5 3-pointers today on 13 attempts. Sprackle, another jumper, rolls it in. She's got 6 after not playing on Wednesday. 39-38, Wesleyan with a 1-point lead as the teams trade baskets. Sievers, back it goes. Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with the right hand from the left side, and Janie Schoenhoven. The crowd wanted to travel. Dordt leads 40-39. Right-hand side it goes to Estes. Estes goes to Sprackle. Sprackle's pass out, and we've got a foul on the play called on Janie Schoenhoven. Janie whistled for the personal. That's her 2nd. So with 5:02 left to go in the 3rd, 15:02 left to go in the game, Dordt leads by 1, 40-39. Wesleyan will inbound Edelman. Wesleyan is led by as many as 1. That came moments ago. two different occasions, actually had a 2-point lead, and a 3-pointer left wing is up and good for Edelman. Edelman with 11, and the Dordt lead has evaporated again. Wesleyan leads at 42-40. Gustafson left side Bleeker. Bleeker with it on the wing. Bleeker looking out front, finds Caparis for the tie. She line drives one through. Eliana Caparis with 4. Dordt ties at 42 all. 4:30 left to go, third period. With it on the left-hand side, this is Hayes. Hayes with the basketball, gives it up. Edelman driving in, pull up. It's going to be too strong, no good. Rebound corralled by Gustafson, hands it off to Sievers. Dordt with a chance to retake the lead. Sievers driving in. Sievers' shot is up, count the hoop, and she is fouled. Macy Sievers able to slither her way to the right side, kisses it off the glass at a tough angle, gets the shot to go, and that is foul number 2 on Talia Hayes. Hayes with her second foul. Macy Sievers with a chance to give Dordt a 3-point lead. Macy's free throw up and through. Macy Sievers knocks it down. She's got 11, and the defender lead is 45-42. We'll grab a quick breather for Macy Sievers. Sievers with 20 minutes played already. A little bit higher than her season average. Most of the Dordt players 22, 23 minutes and below. A little bit thinner in terms of the rotation, though. Pass comes out front with the basketball. This is Campbell. Campbell to Edelman. Edelman Yost, and Yost steps on the sideline out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball after the turnover. Well, Wesleyan, that's their 7th turnover of the game. Dordt still sitting at 11. So Dordt with the basketball. On the right-hand side, top of the key, it goes to Gustafson, trying to work her way in. Nothing there. Back over to Beckman. Beckman underneath, over the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound tapped around, and coming out with it is Wilson. Wilson with the basketball. She's going to drive in, puts up the up-balance shot, and a foul call comes in. That's going to go on Macy Nielsen. Macy Nielsen whistled for foul number 2. Free throws on the way for Maya Wilson. Wilson 1 for 2 so far from the free throw line today. The Dordt lead is 3. Wilson trying to cut into it. She's got 7. 2 threes and a free throw. I beg your pardon. I think I missed a 2 for her earlier in the first half. She had 6 at halftime. She makes that free throw, so now she's got 10 and 11. Dordt leads 45-44. Dordt basketball. Janie Schoenhoven, Faith Van Hollen, Macy Nielsen, Bailey Backman, and Carly Gustafson on the floor for the defenders right now, leading by a point. 13:25 left to go in the game. Where the basketball is Beckman. Beckman with it on the right-hand side. Bailey looks for the pass out front, and it's tipped away by Dakota Wesleyan. It'll be Dordt basketball. A little bit lax with that pass out front. And Dordt will inbound the basketball again. Van Hollen gets the ball inbounded to Bailey Beckman. Beckman with the ball. Beckman goes high post. Gustafson, left side Van Hollen. Thought about the 3 from the wing. Instead goes to Schoenhoven. Underneath, had the right play, but misexecuted. And the pass just a little bit out of the range of Carly Gustafson. Had it, but just off of her fingers, and it slides out of bounds. Wesleyan basketball, right-hand side. This is Nagel. Nagel with it. Nagel comes to Rosenquist. Rosenquist left side, Edelman. Edelman with it on the wing. Edelman comes back. 3 on the way. Good. Dakota Wesleyan, a 3-pointer by Estes. And the defenders trail 47-45. This Wesleyan team, 3-pointers, 33% entering the game. Jumper by Beckman for the tie, no good. Rebound corralled by Wesleyan, and here come the Tigers with a chance to increase the lead and get it to 2 possessions. 2:25 left to go in the game, in the quarter. Edelman with it. Edelman driving in. Van Holland jammed her, and coming away with it is Nielsen. Nielsen back over to Beckman. Bailey with the basketball up the floor. Dordt down 2, 47-45. This is Schoenhoven, left side Van Holland. Van Holland with it on the wing. Van Holland goes to Schoenhoven. Free throw line jumper is Gustafson. No. Decides against it. Comes back over to Beckman. Beckman with it. Nielsen. Nielsen back to Beckman. 8 to shoot for the defenders. Now 5. Beckman on the move. She drives in, puts it up, and she got fouled. Foul goes on Wesleyan and I believe Riley Rosenquist, and that is Rosenquist's first foul today. 2 free throws on the way for Bailey Beckman. So Bailey Beckman will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. We're going to see Liv Harrison for the first time today. She'll check in. Faith Van Holland will check out. So 2 free throws coming for the defenders. Van Holland will stay in, actually. Macy Nielsen will check out. That seemed to be a little more confusing than it needed to be. And Bailey Beckman, 85% free thrower, misses the free throw. That is the first miss by the defenders today from the charity stripe in 14 tries. Second free throw is up and good, so Beckman makes 1 of 2. And the defenders trail by 1, 47-46. Macy Sievers checks into the game. 1:50 left to go in the third. Dordt down a point. Wesleyan basketball, right-hand side. Nagel with it. Nagel on the wing, guarded there by Van Holland. Pass through the lane, taken away by Gustafson. Here comes Sievers. Sievers up the floor, and Sievers is fouled on the play by Rosenquist. Rosenquist setting up at midcourt, gets whistled for the personal foul. That's number 2 on her. So Rosenquist, after going nearly 30 minutes without getting called for a foul, gets called for 2 in the matter of about a minute. Macy Sievers will shoot 2 free throws. Dordt's in the bonus, so 2 free throws for Macy Sievers. Free throw is up and rattles it. Good. Macy now with 13 by my count. Beg your pardon, 12. And that one's up and good as well. So Macy Sievers knocks it down, and the Dordt defenders reestablish the lead at 48-47. Wesleyan basketball, 90 seconds left in the period. Left side it goes to Estes. Estes to Nagel. Nagel with the basketball, working against Gustafson. She's playing with 3 fouls. They pass it back over to Estes. Estes looking down low, instead throws it to Edelman. Edelman, tough shot on the baseline, and Morgan Edelman, the junior from Menno, South Dakota, gives Wesleyan back a 1-point lead, 49-48. Back the other way, we have a foul called. An illegal screen called on the defenders, and Schoenhoven, the second time tonight she's been called for an illegal screen. And Wesleyan will get the basketball back. That's foul number 3 called on Jeannie Schoenhoven. Wesleyan with it, 1:01 remaining in the quarter. Wesleyan up a point with the ball, right side Rosenquist. Rosenquist out front Nagel, left side Edelman, guarded there by Sievers. Back it goes Estes. Estes double teamed, lost it. Comes back to Rosenquist. Rosenquist back to Yost. Yost off of the glass, good. Emma Yost with her first field goal, and the defenders trail by 3, 51-48. Dordt basketball, 8-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Schoenhoven, back it goes, Bailey Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman puts it up. And it's taken away by Rosenquist on the baseline as Sievers couldn't grab it. She was out of bounds. Here comes Wesleyan with a chance to extend the lead, leading by 3 right now, 51-48. With it on the left-hand side is Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it on the wing. Rosenquist, they throw it underneath Edelman. Edelman trying to set up. Shot no good, taken away by Sievers on the block. Sievers desperation heave at the horn, no good. And we go to the 4th period with Dakota Wesleyan leading 51-48. Back with the 4th quarter of play from the DeWitt Gym in 1 minute.
You don't just want to pick a college because you think it's just going to be comfortable. But you also have to be in a place that there are people that are going to surround you and love you and be on the same page. If you can find that place that stands out and they stand for something and they stand behind that something, you know, that's what we fell in love with Dordt University, and we're just so thankful that our kids have seen that.
Find a place that honors God and inspires your kid. And I think Dordt does both of those things.
This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center, your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center.
48, defenders down 3 as we start the fourth quarter of play. It's been hard work for the defenders ever since they had that little stretch where they went from up 24-14 to up 24-20, and it's just been a slugfest since. Points have been hard to come by. Wesleyan playing good defense, and now Dordt trails by 3 entering the final quarter of play. With the basketball out front is Beckman. Beckman right side Sievers. Swing it over the top, Ben Holland. 3 on the way. Game. Faith Van Holland waiting for someone from Dordt to knock down a triple here in the second half. And Van Holland does so with that made 3. Riley Rosenquist with the basketball. Wesleyan has it. Left side Wilson. Wilson thought about the answer. Instead comes back, and we've got a blocking foul called on Faith Van Holland. That's number 2 on Faith. Foul number 1 on the defenders here in this period. So Wesleyan will inbound the basketball. So Faith Van Holland makes 3 for the defenders, just their third make in 10 tries. Wesleyan up around 50%. They're shooting with a lot of confidence right now. 7 of 15. This comes a game after really playing well against Northwestern and shooting it exceptionally well, too. Pass comes out front, 3 on the way, missed, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. She was able to seal Rosenquist off. Here comes Sievers. Sievers on the left side, picks up her dribble, comes back over to Gustafson. Gustafson with the basketball. Gustafson on the left elbow, picks it up, back to Macy. Sievers has it, and we've got a foul called on Rosenquist. That's going to be number 3 on her. Now, I've been watching Riley Rosenquist a little bit off the ball, and she has gotten very aggressive with both her defense and on the rebounds. Dordt inbounding, throwing it in. They get it in, too. Bailey Beckman. Dordt with a chance to regain the lead. Sievers, 3, missed it, no good. There for the rebound, though, is Schoenhoven, and Janey with a putback. Janey Schoenhoven with 10. Dordt leads 53-51. So Dordt with the lead. Dakota Wesleyan with the basketball trying to answer. Dordt on a 5-0 run. Edelman hands it off to Wilson. Wilson with the basketball. Wilson hesitates, and she dribbles it out of bounds. Last touch by Bailey Beckman. It'll be Dordt basketball. John Garrow on the far sideline, who has been doing games for a long time, calmly points Dakota Wesleyan way. And inbounding is Wilson. Wilson looking over the top, finds... Wow, Carly Gustafson swats it away on the shot by Yost. Here comes Dordt in transition. Faith Van Holland, 3, too much mustard. Shot no good, and the rebound taken away by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan with the basketball, bringing it up is Rosenquist. Dakota Wesleyan down 2. Both teams have 4 timeouts remaining. Pass left side Edelman. Edelman with the basketball. Edelman to Rosenquist. Rosenquist trying to drive in for the tie, and she is fouled on the play. Foul came before the shot, though. That's going to be on Schoenhoven. That's number 4 on Janey, and that is trouble. That's foul number 4 on Schoenhoven, so we're going to see Eliana Caparis checking back into the game. Janey Schoenhoven will check out with 8:03 remaining. Wesleyan inbounding. They get the ball inbounded to Edelman. Dordt jams on the screen. Driving in Edelman. Edelman with the 2, and we're tied at 53 all. With the basketball is Sievers. Macy brings the ball up for the defenders. Sievers goes back over to Caparis. Caparis picks up her dribble. Eliana needs someone to pass to, and she gets called for a double dribble. Caparis turns it over on the wing. Nobody moved for it, and she absent-mindedly puts the ball on the deck after looking for a cutter. That's turnover number 14 on the defenders. Here comes Wesleyan. Wesleyan with the basketball. We're tied 53 all. Edelman goes left-hand side, Yost. Wesleyan with it, back over to Edelman. Edelman, top of the key 3, it's in. The way they're shooting it right now, you cannot allow an unhindered 3. She's got 18. And the defenders trail by 3, 56-53. 7 minutes remaining in this, 7:10 remaining in the contest. 56-53, defenders down 3. Throwing the ball in will be Faith Van Holland. Jeannie Schoenhoven moments ago picked up her 4th personal, and since then the defenders have surrendered a couple of baskets. With it, Gustafson to Nielsen. Dordt needs an answer, trailing by 3. Dordt will inbound the basketball right side of the lane as we face the hoop on the baseline. No, they're going to stay on the sideline. I thought it was below the free throw line. Anyhow, it'll be Dordt basketball. Sievers with it. Macy with the ball. Sievers slides in, drops it off for Caparis. Caparis, layup good. Eliana Caparis with a 2-point bucket. She's got 6, and the defenders trail 56-55. Lob pass inside, Sprackle. Sprackle with it. Sprackle back over to Wilson. Wilson out front. Left side it goes Edelman. Edelman driving in. Shot no good. Rebound pinballs around. Taken away by Van Holland. Dordt caught a break there. I thought there might be a foul call. Instead it goes Nielsen. Nielsen over the basketball. Back over to Sievers. Caparis into the corner. Nielsen, come on, 3. Bang, bang, bang. Macy Nielsen with the 3, and the Dordt defenders back in front, 58-56, as she wills that one through from the left corner. Timeout on the floor, charge to Dakota Wesleyan. Dordt leading by 2. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Special thanks to all our Dordt Media Network sponsors. Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Van Engelenhoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency throughout Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelenhoven Agency's Sioux Center advisors Mark Holsoff or Lisa Dykstra.
Disclaimer in there. Dakota Wesleyan ball. They throw it into Edelman. Edelman's had the hot hand, 13 in the second half. Comes back over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. Dordt showing looks like a zone. Right side it goes Wilson. Wilson, Edelman. Edelman open look at a 3. Missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. That is as open as she has been. She misses the corner 3. And here comes Dordt with the basketball. So the defenders leading 58-56. Right side pass it goes underneath. Beckman to Gustafson, double team. Gustafson around her player, lays it up with the left hand, too strong, no good. Rebound taken away by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan basketball. On the right hand side with it is Rosenquist. 5:40 left to go in the game. 5:40 left to play. They go to Wilson. Wilson at the top of the key, back to Rosenquist. Rosenquist hesitates, drives in. Kick out pass to Wilson. Wilson 3, missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Beckman. Beckman has Nielsen in the corner, doesn't see her in time. Beckman now is going to drive in, and she's hacked on the arm by Edelman. Heads up play by the junior from Menno, South Dakota, as she was going to give up a layup. Instead reaches across the body, gets whistled for the personal foul, and they call the foul before the shot attempt. 58-56 our score. Dordt inbounding the basketball. Macy Sievers will throw it in. 5:22 left in regulation. At the Men's NAI National Championship for track and field, Peter Shippey, All-American performance, 8th place in the 5K. I don't know how that's all going to factor in terms of the team race. I don't have the time to look right now, but Shippey runs a 14:45. to claim All-American honors. Dordt inbounding. Sievers gets it in, and it's tapped away and taken back by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan also has the possession arrow. That's a big deal. 5:15 left to go in the game. Wesleyan gets it on the turnover, and Dordt has struggled with turnovers this afternoon. That's their 15th. Wesleyan, by comparison, 9 turnovers. Wesleyan has the ball down 2. They've got it left side, Wilson. Wilson with it. Dordt on the defense. This is Nagel. Nagel pinned underneath. Kick out pass back to Wilson. Back over to Nagel. Nagel for the tie. Good. Shalane Nagel with a 2-point bucket. She ties it at 58 on the baseline jumper. 4:45 left to go in regulation. I think, was that a 3? Okay, so they award a 3 on that play. Shot in the paint, no good by Beckman. Beckman shot no good, but there for the putback is Eliana Caparis. Caparis with the 2. I would really like to see that play again, that three-pointer from the corner. Yeah, she was further out than I thought, so she gets a 3 as I watch it on the replay. Dordt back in front by a point, and Caparis with the old-fashioned three-point play. Eliana Caparis now with 9 points, and the defenders lead 61-59. 59-58 moments ago. Dordt back in front by 2. Right-hand pass, Wilson. Wilson over the top, Edelman. Edelman cut off by Schoenhoven, 12 to shoot. Pass goes into the lane, taken away by Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Bailey Beckman with it, driving in, puts it up, and it's blocked away out of bounds by Nagel. It'll be Dordt basketball. Beckman trying to draw the foul. I don't know if she had a player open on her right. I was watching the ball in the play, and Nagel swats it out of bounds. For Nagel, that is her second block shot. Dordt with the basketball. Bucket here is big. 3:58 left to play. Van Hollen back over to Sievers. Macy with it out front. Sievers with it, left elbow. Sievers to Gustafson. Ball fake, drives in, and she is fouled. They say she lost it out of bounds. I thought there was a foul call. None coming, and Dakota Wesleyan player did not touch it, so it'll be Wesleyan basketball. 3:45 remaining. So you go from thinking you might get a run out to not getting a shot off. Dakota Wesleyan basketball, 3:40 remaining in regulation. Dordt still up 2, looking for another stop. Dordt in man-to-man defense. Pass goes underneath. With it is Rosenquist. Rosenquist shot no good. Rebound Faith Van Hollen, and Van Hollen, 2 players around her, gets it away to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. She wants to sprint it into the front court. Crossover dribble. Drops it off for Carly. Carly underneath, layup good. Carly Gustafson with a 2-point basket. She's got 14, and she is now your career leader in scoring at Dordt University in women's basketball. With the basketball, right-hand side, they give it up Edelman. Edelman trying to bully her way in. Turnaround, no good. Rebound corralled by Sievers. Sievers with it in the backcourt. Macy will walk it up. Dordt with 4 timeouts remaining. Dordt up a couple of possessions. You want to save the timeouts for the last minute if you can. Pass goes left side, Gustafson. Faith Van Hollen on the left wing. Dordt will milk clock. Schoenhoven, nothing there. Right side, Beckman, 12 to shoot. Bailey with it. Bailey. Nothing there, spins, and we've got a body foul called on Maya Wilson. Wilson whistled for her 4th, and it'll be Dordt inbounding the basketball. That is team foul number 4 on Dakota Wesleyan in this period. So that's the last foul Dakota Wesleyan has to give. Dordt will inbound, right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Up a couple possessions, trying to hang on for dear life here. 63-59 timeout, defenders. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. They're your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, ag, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Looking for top-notch rental equipment? Look no further than Rental in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Gustafson in traffic, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Carly Gustafson, the newly minted all-time career scoring leader at Dordt. She passes Erica Feenstra at 1,867. Gustafson now with 1,869 and make that 1,870. Gustafson with 15. She had 12 in the first period. Second free throw up, short, rolls in. 65-59, defenders by 6. Carly Gustafson with 16, and the defenders lead by 6. Wesleyan basketball, 2:25 remaining. Boy, you want that clock to just tick away if you're Dordt, shot no good inside by Rosenquist. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Here come the defenders. Pass over the top. Janey underneath with the right hand. Count the hoop, and she is fouled. Well, when number 10's got it, you better have your head on a swivel because it's going to be coming. Macy Sievers with her 6th assist tonight. Janie Schoenhoven on the receiving end of it, and Schoenhoven with a chance to make the three-point play, and it's up and good. Janie Schoenhoven with the three-point play, and now the Dordt defenders will try to summon the defense. 68-59 by 9. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. We head to the 2-minute warning. With it on the right-hand side, this is Nagel. Nagel gives it left wing with the basketball. Wilson up front, Edelman with the basketball. Edelman in between the circles, hounded there by Sievers. Sievers gives it up, down to the baseline. Cutoff is Rosenquist. Rosenquist pass deflected out, last touched by Macy Sievers, and with 1 second on the shot clock, Wesleyan will be inbounding. 1:45 on the game clock. Boy, a stop here goes a long ways in sealing this one. And Coach Jason Christensen asking for a foul call. Throwing the ball in will be Wilson. Wilson gets the ball inbounded to Nadelman. Nadelman shot no good. Rebound taken away by the defenders and Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven a little bit territorial with that rebound. Gives it back over to Beckman. Beckman to Sievers. Dordt with the basketball, and she is hit on the arm by Edelman. Morgan Edelman with her third. I am not sure that's what Dakota Wesleyan wanted, but it is the result. Yeah, you get into these situations now. You've got Edelman picking up her fourth on that play. You've got to process a lot if you're Dakota Wesleyan. 2 free throws on the way for Macy. First one's good. She's got another one coming. What a game by the point guard, the sophomore from Storm Lake. We've become very accustomed to these lines. Second free throw, no good. And the defenders lead by 10, 69-59. Steal by Sievers at midcourt. Sievers bounces it, gives it off to Beckman, and it's kicked away by Riley Rosenquist. And with 83 ticks of the clock remaining, the Dordt defenders trying for their second straight bid to the Great Plains Athletic Conference Championship. They got there last year and got beat by Briar Cliff. Now Dakota Wesleyan will call the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Suin, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
The Dordt defenders inbounding the basketball. A little bit of breathing room here. Trying to salt it away. 82 seconds remaining. With it out front, Bailey Beckman. Dort's in the bonus. Beckman hands it back over to Sievers. Dordt by 10. Wesleyan looks like they're going to let it play out. Think they can extend the game. They're not going to right now. Sievers with it out front. Sievers. Player ran into Carly Gustafson. Beckman with it. 5 now to shoot. 4 at the top of the key. Beckman driving in. Floats it up with the right hand. No good. And the rebound. The ball never hits the rim. And Dordt gets an empty possession. Shot that misses the rim. And so that'll go officially as a shot attempt and a turnover. And now Wesleyan with a chance to cut into the lead. Wesleyan with it, down 4 possessions right now, 47 seconds remaining. You play defense, you win if you're Dordt. Rosenquist drives in, short arms the layup, ball's down on the floor, picked up by Sievers. Macy with the basketball. Sievers with it in the backcourt. Rosenquist tried to commit a foul, they didn't get it called. 35 seconds left to go, and the Dordt defenders are going to pull it out, and it appears Dakota Wesleyan will concede. Maya Wilson, she's not conceding yet. Beckman with the basketball out near midcourt. 12 seconds remaining. Beckman with the ball, comes back over to Sievers. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Now 5. Sievers with it, and Sievers is going to be called for, well, Dordt's going to turn it over on the team shot clock violation. That is a misconception that you get charged with an individual turnover there. You do not. It's a team turnover. And the Dordt defenders show a little moxie today. They're going to win it 69-2. We'll see. 8.5 seconds remaining. Dakota Wesleyan will inbound the basketball. Wesleyan will make the NAI National Championship field. It's just a matter of where they're going to be headed, and they are going to be a dangerous group. They as well are a wounded team right now, dealing with injuries. And the pass of the ball, take it across the timeline, and J.D. Young will dribble it out, and that's your final. Dordt survives and advances on to the GPAC Championship, 69-59. And the defenders, in all likelihood, will be playing Concordia here on Wednesday night. I'm going to seek verification on that right now. With the Dordt defenders advancing, it's going to be Concordia. Concordia's up by 10 with under a minute to go as well. So for the third time in less than a month, it'll be Dordt versus Concordia in GPAC women's basketball. The Concordia Bulldogs will be paying a visit to the DeWitt Gym on Tuesday evening in the GPAC Championship game. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a wrap with the Wireless World postgame show right after this 3-minute timeout.
Thanks to Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Get ready to power up your projects with equipment rentals from Rental. From heavy-duty machinery to the latest power tools, they've got the gear to make your projects a success. Visit them online at rental.com or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. At NewTek, they don't just sell equipment, they deliver performance, reliability, and innovation. Their team of experts is there to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find the perfect equipment for your needs. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel, located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
I wish I would have maybe done graduate work sooner, but the fact that I could do it when I had a growing family, the fact that Dordt kind of met me where I was at that time and where I still am, makes it manageable no matter what really season of life you're in. They understand that you're a working professional. I definitely feel equipped and ready to be a school leader. Just the way that Dordt structures things and the support that they provide for you sets you up for success.
I got a plane ticket and I came out and visited on my own, got to meet professors and I loved it, and then talked to my parents and said I really wanted this. I got to be at a school that is well over 800 miles away from my home, and I'm at a very different place and getting introduced to all kinds of different opportunities. I have gotten to hold bees in my environmental science class and see broken kettle grasslands. I'm getting to meet all kinds of people from all different places. I'm learning so much here.
It's time now for the Wireless World Postgame Show. The Dordt Defenders with a 69-59 win over the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers in Great Plains Athletic Conference semifinal round play. The Defenders led the entire first half, led by as many as 11 at one point. Took a 5-point lead into the locker room, 33-28. We were tied at 35. Dakota Wesleyan grabbed the lead at 37-35. They led again at 42-40. And 47-45. The last lead for Dakota Wesleyan was at the end of the third period when they were up 51-48. Dordt came back to tie it at 51. We were tied again at 53. Wesleyan led 56-53, and the Defenders then went on a 5-point run to go up by 2, 58-56 after a Dakota Wesleyan timeout. They took the lead on a 3. 59-58. I believe that was Shalane Nagel with that three-pointer. That was the one deep in the left corner. I didn't think it was quite a three. Wanted to see it, I guess, but Dordt came back the other way. Got a three-pointer, if I remember correctly, from Faith Van Holland. And then the Dordt Defenders extend the lead, and they close the lead. They close the game on an 11-0 run. And the Defenders advance on in tournament play. They'll play in the championship on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. They will face the Concordia Bulldogs. Concordia earlier today, a winner over Briar Cliff by a final score of 87-74. The Defenders today were led by Carly Gustafson with 16 points, Macy Sievers with 14, Janie Schoenhoven ends with 13 unofficially. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of all of the numbers from our game today. Right after this, you're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more on the Wireless World pregame show in 3 minutes. Lorenzen on the fly, and Lucas Lorenzen with another 2. He's got 22. Then Gustafson squares up against Neerum. Gustafson underneath to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. She's got 8.
One of the things that we appreciate most about Dordt University is just the sense of community. That community of alumni, of the professors, the college campus in itself is really what supports the students that are there at the time. The Dordt alumni are all over the U.S., even the world, and you know, it's 4 years that they get to be on campus, which is a wonderful chapter of their life. But I guess the thing that we really want is that they can hold on that for a whole lifetime.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
69-59 to make it a season sweep of Dakota Wesleyan in 3 meetings this year. The defenders advance on in tournament play. They will meet Concordia on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And the Concordia Bulldogs victorious earlier today as well. Here are your final numbers for the Dordt defenders. 69 points on 22 of 50 shooting from the floor, 44%, 4 of 13 on threes, 31%. That included 3 of 5 in the second half. Dordt 21 of 23 from the free throw line, 91%. They also held a 39-27 rebounding edge, committed 17 turnovers, while Dakota Wesleyan committed 11. Dakota Wesleyan today, 22 of 59 from the floor, 37%, 9 for 20 on threes, 45%, 6 of 10 on free throws, 60%. Dordt was led in scoring by Carly Gustafson with 16 points. 14 points for Macy Sievers. Janie Schoenhoven ends with 13. 9 points for Bailey Backman, 3 for Faith Van Hollen, 3 for Macy Nielsen, 9 for Eliana Caparis, and 2 for Taylor Drent for their total of 69 points. Macy Sievers with a team-high 8 rebounds. Carly Gustafson with 7. Janie Schoenhoven with 6. 4 for Bailey Backman in terms of rebounds. Eliana Caparis came off of the bench. She grabbed 7. 6 assists for Macy Sievers tonight. 3 assists for Janie Schoenhoven. 2 steals each for Bailey Backman and Faith Van Hollen. 2 block shots for Janie Schoenhoven. For Dakota Wesleyan, they were topped by Megan Edelman with Morgan Edelman, that is, with 18 points, 7 of 17 from the floor. She had all but 5 of her points in the second half. 11 points for Wilson, 10 for Nagel, 5 for Rosenquist, 3 for Yost, 5 for Estes, 1 for Campbell, and 6 for Sprackle. 6 rebounds as well for Edelman and 9 for Rosenquist. 4 assists each for Yost and Rosenquist. And taking a seat beside me is the new career leader in scoring at Dordt University. Rolls her eyes, Carly Gustafson, and congratulations on the win today, Carly. Hard-earned and had to fight for this one. We expected that, and good to come out on the top end of things today.
Yes, definitely. It was a dogfight out there, so it was fun to come on top.
What did the game plan consist of? I know after Wednesday night, Coach headed off to the state tournament, do some recruiting, and gave you basically Thursday to take a day off. How important is it to get a little rest at this point of the season, and how do you handle it when Coach says no practice tomorrow? How do you handle that?
Yeah, rest is very important at this point in the season, especially as a 5th year. So yeah, we definitely take those days seriously of just getting in and getting treatment and just recovering and trying to, get prepared, get our bodies prepared for the next game.
What practice looked like then yesterday? What did you want to do in preparation for Dakota Wesleyan? Because really at this point of the year, it is simply about preparing for your next opponent. What did you want to do?
Yeah, we just kind of focused in on what we wanted to do, and that was stop their good players like Riley Rosenquist and, just do what we do, but also stop what they want to do.
You see that first one go through the net here today, that little mid-range shot, 13 to 15 feet. What'd that feel like when that first one went in?
Yeah, it felt good. I knew I needed to start working on those, so that was kind of a focus last week, and it felt good to hit some of those today.
And I noticed a little smirk on the looking over at the bench after you made, I think, your second or third one. You looked over at Coach Harmson and a little bit of a smirk. That's been something I'm guessing Coach has been encouraging you to do as teams continue to sag off on you and bring a double and triple team when the ball's on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of met with him on Thursday or something. He's like, you got to take those shots. You got to hit those. Like, I believe in you. You can do that. And so it was nice to have that confidence in me, or that he has that confidence in me. So just got to step up and hit that.
Concordia on Tuesday. Don't have to dig too deep for the scouting report on the Bulldogs. We've played them, I think, twice in February and third time in less than a month. Do you get tired of playing? I mean, when you see a team like that in short amount of time, is it just like you guys again? I mean, does that go through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, third time around, they know you, you know them, and so it just comes down to little details, and so, yeah, I mean, those are fun games, though, fun games.
Now, you rolled your eyes when I said career scoring leader here at Dordt. doesn't mean much to you? What? Take me through that.
Yeah, I'm not huge on awards and anything because I feel like that, yeah, it's a personal goal or a personal achievement, but also like those points have come from so many other people of passing me the ball or setting the screen, and so I think that's not only a personal achievement but a team achievement too.
Sounds good. I will let you go. Thanks for coming up. Let's see if we can get one on Tuesday night against Concordia.
I agree.
All right. Thanks, Carly. That's Carly Gustafson talking about tonight's matchup, and we will hand the headset over to Coach Bill Harmson as the Dordt defenders get a 10-point win today, 69-59. And as we do that, we will tell you that Dordt will indeed play the Concordia Bulldogs on Tuesday night. And I'm going to see if I can find any of the details on that. Concordia, 87-74. They were up 39-30 at halftime. Teams combined for 57 points in the third period, and Concordia expanded the lead by 5 in that process and ended up winning it by 13. Concordia led by, you guessed it, Tasha Rushton with 20 points. Then you've got Kendall Brigham with 17. Kendall Brigham looks like she started today. Sadie Powell with 12. Abby Heemstra with 12. So there you have the details, and Coach Bill Harmson takes a seat beside me. And it's hard work this time of the year, Coach, and your team closed on an 11-0 run. You win by 10, 69-59. A good close to today's hard-fought contest.
Yeah, we haven't had a game like that, Mike, where, the way we started, I thought the first quarter we played really well, and then the way we finished, I thought we played really well. And in the middle, that second and third quarter, the second period was a matter of us taking care of the ball a little bit better. In the third quarter, we had a lot of turnovers in that second quarter that resulted in runouts for them. In the third quarter, I thought we executed a little bit better. We just didn't hit shots, right? And so in the fourth quarter, to start, Faith hitting that big one from the corner on that inside-out look. Eliana Caparis had a big and one. Janie had a big and one. Macy Nielsen hit a big one from the corner. And then Sievers was able to get to the hoop a few times. Carly scored at the bucket. So it was by committee, but just a lot of really big plays for the defenders towards the end of the game.
Morgan Edelman for Dakota Wesleyan stepped up to somebody's going to get some. I mean, in a game like this where you have shifted your attention, it appeared, and you were not going to let Riley Rosenquist get 26 points today, and you were not going to let Emma Yost get to her average. Somebody's going to get points, and Edelman ended up with, I think, 13 or 12 in the second half, but I guess you lose the battle, but you win the war. Is that how you look at it?
Well, Edelman's a really good player, and I'm assuming she'll be a first-teamer in our league. And she just had a tremendous game for him. And she hit some tough shots at the top of the key and got loose. And she's just an energizer bunny, man. She just moving. We did a really nice job on Rosenquist in this game. That kid is just getting healthier and healthier and playing better and better. And she had a great game against us. Went to Jamestown, had a nice game, and then had a huge game at Northwestern on Wednesday. So we wanted to make sure that we limited her as much as we could. Did a nice job on Yost. Nego got loose a couple times. And Estes, I think, hit a 3-2, if I remember correctly. They're 9 for 20 in our gym, 45%. That is the highest percentage that we have given up on the season from the three-point line. So they shot the ball really well here. But you know what, Mike, I think you said it right. Sometimes you got to have a little give and take, and Edelman really had a nice game for him tonight.
Concordia awaits you on Tuesday evening. You try to get ready for them for the third time in less than a month. I take a look at the lines. I said to Carly, how's it feel to be the career scoring leader at Dordt? And she rolled her eyes at me. And then you look down the line, Macy Sievers, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, a line that we have become really spoiled with and very accustomed to. And Janie Schoenhoven, not quite a double-double, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Then your wild card, you alluded to it. Eliana Caparis has put together 2 nice games for you in terms of offense and rebounding. now 2 games in a row.
I love it.
Somebody's got to fill the void, and she did that here today.
I love it. She did it on Wednesday against Doane. She did it today against a very physical Dakota Wesleyan team, and it's just it's a confidence factor with her. And teams are giving us that elbow free throw line jumper, and she hit one of those again today. Got to the boards real well for us, and was able to finish around the basket. So really, and defensively, she played really well for us today. So just really proud of Eliana when, with her number being called, being able to step up and play as well as what she did. I mean, I just couldn't be happier for her.
Concordia on Tuesday. It'll be a battle, but playing at the DeWitt. Let's see if we can close this one out and get ready for the national tournament.
Hey, man, I really looking forward to hosting Concordia again. We need Defender Nation to turn out big time to support these women at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. It should be a great, great game, highly contested, and we're looking forward to being able to, last year we watched somebody else cut down the nets here, Mike, and I know it's one of the goals that our women have this year, and so I know they're going to be dialed in, have a restful Sunday. I know they're going to be dialed in on practice on Monday, walk through Tuesday, so we're ready to go on on Tuesday night.
Coach Harmson, I will let you go. Enjoy your Sunday tomorrow, and we will catch up with you on Monday.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
That's Coach Bill Harmson, and I believe that is going to do it. Once again, our final scores. It was in women's play, Dordt over Dakota Wesleyan 69-59. Concordia over Briarcliff 87-74, I believe, on my scribbles, 89-74 maybe. Men's basketball. Number 2 seed Hastings. The Magic Carpet Ride continues for the Broncos. Picked 9th in the pregame preseason poll. They defeat Concordia today 82-78. And it was Morningside going on the road to the Boltman Center in Orange City and turning away Northwestern. Final score there 93-83. So Morningside goes to Hastings on Tuesday night for the GPAC championship. One of those teams will receive the automatic bid that goes with the conference tournament championship. And on the women's side, Concordia has already locked up the auto berth. Dordt getting it with the regular season. Concordia making it to the championship opposite the Defenders. They will get the auto berth on the women's side. That is going to do it for our broadcast, and we've got to thank some people here. Thank you to Nathan Brook. I know it's been a long day for him. I heard him bright and early this morning on Sioux County Radio. He's still plugging away at 4:52 in the afternoon, so a thank you to Nathan Brook there. Also a thank you to Rich Lodewijk and his crew with the Dordt Media Network. The student employees and Rich, we're officially on spring break. It may be hard to believe, but the body's not so plentiful for the Dordt Media Network, and Rich returning to his camera operator days, and thank him for that, and also the student employees with Dordt Media Network as well. We'll do it again Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock start time, Dordt versus Concordia, Great Plains Athletic Conference postseason tournament championship on the line. We'll talk to you then. For all of those folks and Bill Harmson, I'm Mike Biker.